Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. In this video, we're going to be talking about part 2 of our ebook creation that we're uploading onto Amazon. Now, it's obviously a low content ebook which is a notebook about badminton. So, if you like this video, please make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. That here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to be able to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews as well as tips on how to make money online. So let's go check out how to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and drag it over here to about here. That will do very nicely. We're now going to be adding some words. Let's go click here. And I'm now going to highlight over the top of this section just here. Now this is going to come across as massive. So let's shrink this down quite a bit. We'll go down to about maybe that'll do. And I'm just going to say badminton notebook. Oops. Now that's great, but I'm going to make that much bigger. So I didn't realize it was going to be quite so small. Okay, so we need to expand that up so as it becomes quite large. That will do. In fact, I might even see if Open Sans is available. There it is, Open Sans, and we'll just use that. That's a nice looking thing. There we go. Now we have that. We are now going to have a look at what that looks like by making this opaque. By clicking on here and making that 100% opaque. You can see that that looks pretty good. Okay, I just discovered something. There's a little bit of green on here still that I must have missed. But that's okay, that's fairly easy to fix. Let's go back down here. All we need to do is find the button, this one here. And all we need to do now is click on this, click here, oops daisy, click here, there we are, grabbing this eraser, click it on here and erasing anything that's not meant to be there, any of the little bits of green. Now we can go back to this black one and we can have a look and see whether it's still showing up. Okay, that looks pretty good now. Now let's go back and make that a little bit less opaque so we can still see what we're doing. Now another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control and I'm going to now expand that image up. The reason I am doing that is so as I can add the words up here, the badminton notebook. And we can make up a pseudonym, which I'm going to do right now. Whoops, I just realized that that's still there. Click on that. That's the eraser still there. Oopsie daisy. Let's click on that directly. Okay, got it. Okay, good. That erased it. If there's any more that I didn't see. No, that looks like it's it. Okay. Now, let us add some words right here. And once again, we need to add a text box just about here. We will shrink that right down size-wise. Otherwise, it will be way too big. Oopsie daisy. Make that about 14. Oh, that's too big. 20 is too big. Make that about 14. That 15 will do. And keeping the same writing color, we'll call this one here badminton notebook. Make sure that that is correct. I'm going to expand that up so I can see what I'm talking about. Let's expand that up to a larger size font so I can, yep, except notebook is one word. Okay, good. Now we can shrink that down to a smaller size font Now what we're needing to do is making sure that this font is small enough to fit inside that area. Where you see where it says spine width 0.29. Well, we need to make sure that that is going to fit within that 0.29. And I'm also going to make that open sans. There we go. I had to download that font today. There we are. That's why I wasn't sure if we had it available. Now I'm going to click over here. Now another thing we can do is hit the rotate button. Oh, before we do, I'm going to add an author's name. Let's click on here. I'm going to add an author's name, which will make this one John Patrick's. That'll do. By John Patrick's. That'll do. And what we have now is we can just go over here to this tool here. We're going to right click, go over here to rotate. And what I'm planning on doing is clicking on this right here and then rotating that around. Now let's give myself a bit more room. Oopsie daisy. Expand that up. Making sure I'm highlighting this one. Click on that. Does not intersect with the layer. Why is that? Let's go down here to this one here. Let's bring that down a little bit so as it can intersect with the layer. There we are. Now we've got that. We need to have that above a little bit so we can go up one. And we can click on that. It's not doing it. I'm just going to delete that entire thing. I don't know why it's doing that. You hit the move button, click on that. Right, I'll just delete that. Oh, add layer mask. Okay, see if that helps. Full transparency. Okay, cool. Go here. Will it allow me to turn it yet? No, it won't. Okay, so it's not letting me do it. I will delete that and try again. Add another one. We'll call this one, that'll be in open sans still. And we now call this one here badminton. Badminton notebook. Oops. Okay. Cap locks off. Okay, good. And that will do. Click off there. Now we'll grab this one. We'll have the rotation tool, which we'll actually click on. Click on that one. And we shall now make that 90%. 90 degrees, and we can hit that. And that should rotate it. If it'll let me. It's not letting me. Not sure why. Because it wasn't on the letters. Maybe I need to anchor it in so it's not floating. Anchor layer. There we are. Try this one. Okay, so it looks like it's anchored now, so I can now rotate that. There we are. That's all I need to do is rotate it just to do that. So let's now go 90 degrees this way. She might go the opposite direction and go minus 90 degrees. There we are. Now to drag that into place, all I need to do is go there and hit rotate. Now that fits in perfectly. Now I can also take that up a little higher if I need to. I might just use my grab tool and take that up a little higher. Whoops, the daisy, not that one. I'm going to grab the wording. There we go. This one here. Grab that. There we are. Take that up, making sure I stay within the bleed. Where those dotted lines are, they're the bleed. I need to make sure. Now I'm going to hit Control, and I'm going to expand back out again so we can see this entire notebook. Now let's have a look at what this looks like. Now let's make this entire thing opaque, completely 100% opaque. Looking very good so far. There are a couple of dots still that I need to remove. And I will see if I can remove those now that I can see them. First thing I need to do is grab hold of the badminton and grab hold of that. Click on that little green mark just there. Grab hold of the eraser and erase that. Not letting me do it. Okay. That's not hard to do. All I'm going to do now is go over here to select, go to invert, go to my eraser, and erase that out. Oopsie-daisy, undo. Erase that out. Done. And do the same over here. Clicking just here. Clicking there. And it should be fixed now. Okay, good. That is all I'm going to be doing for this image. Now, before I do, I've noticed that the black area has moved a tiny bit due to my moving around a little bit by accident. There we are. I might actually expand that out a little bit if I can. So we go here. I'm going to scale that up a little bit. Right click, go to scale, and click on the black part. Oops, daisy. Click on here, the black one. I don't want this one. That's already scaled. And just there. I'm going to click on this one here. I'm going to anchor this one. No, it's okay. That's all I want. I'm going to actually just make everything else disappear for a minute, so as I have nothing but the black and this part here. It's not letting me. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. I'll leave everything there. Now I've done this. Get rid of that. Now we have everything where we want, and all we need to do now is just save it, or export it as. Actually, we need to export it as. We're going to be exporting that as badminton cover. .130 page, and I'm going to be calling that PDF. Now, that will do. We're going to export that. Hit export. That is done. Now, let's go back over to our account just here. Now we're going to be adding a paperback. So we've pretty much got everything in place now. So just making sure that I have got my, make sure it's PDF, save, export as PDF, yes. All right. That's it, just that. Perfect. Good. Just wanted to make sure I had it. First thing we need to do is click on the PDF section just here. I'm going to now sign in. Now, we're going to be keeping that as a book. That we're going to be calling this one here Badminton Notebook. Now, remembering this is just a, I mean, if I really wanted to get fancy, I could just say Badminton Notebook for everyday use or whatever. You can call it whatever you like, but and go down to here. We're going to not have a do that. And serial information. No, it's not part of a series. It is not part of an edition. So we can go first name, and I'm going to be calling this one. No, I'm not going to be calling it my name. I'm going to be calling this John. And I'm going to call this one Patrick's. John Patrick's. There's no contributors. Description. In this beautiful, functional notepad, notebook, you can keep score easily. Take notes and be the most organized on the court. Grab your copy now. And I am going to highlight over all of this and copy it. Now I'm going to go down here. I own the rights and hold necessary publishing rights. Yes, I do. Now this is where you're going to be needing your keywords. Now remember I told you about keywords? Now this is why I got you going to be getting you to download these extensions, because this is where the keywords are going to come in very, very handy. So we're going to be going over here, and I'm going to be going badminton notebooks. No, badminton notebook. How about that? And we already have it there, so we can just click on that. And as you can see, there are already some here. And as you can see, they have also had a couple of them that sold. There aren't that many that have sold, but this one has, and there's been quite a few. Okay, so this is not actually the top 1 or 2, so it's not a big seller, but it does sell. So making feathers fly, that's fine. Badminton journal notebook, that's good. Okay, mine's going to be very basic compared to these, but that's okay. I have an actual physical image on it, which makes it easier for, there we are. That's got one there too. So yeah, you'll find that this may or may not sell. It doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you how to do it. So I've got my ideas here. So badminton notebook is one of the things. We're going to go copy there. And they recommend you don't have the same keywords. So I'm going to just go notepad. Ipsy-daisy, click on here. And then I'm going to go journal. And I'm going to go badminton. And that'll do. I'm going to now go to this one. You're allowed 7 keywords. What that means is you have 7 lines of keywords you can use. And I like to use 3 or 4 words on each line. Now in this particular case, I am going to go back up here to Amazon and get rid of that and go over here to notebook and click on that and see what else it gives me. Journal. Notebook. Okay, I'll not even put notebook in here. 2 words. I might even make it 2 words. There we are. Although it's meant to be 1. I'll do 1 word. And then we can go sports. And then we can say tennis. And over here we can say things like wait for this to come up. For men, okay, for men, women, and you can say, go back up here. I like to use this one because it really helps out a lot as to what I'm looking for. Kids even, yeah, school. I might even make it school, because they have badminton at some schools. University. You can have a look over here. Go back here again. College. Lined. Organizer. Girls. And boys. Last one. Notebook and to-do list, that'll do. Can be used for that as well. To-do list, 2 words. That'll do. Now, let's go over here, choose a category. Now I'm going to go non-fiction. We're going to go sports. And see if it has badminton. I don't think it will. But we can say tennis. Bound to have tennis. There we are. So I'm going to choose that one. Now let's go back down here. We can go over here to other ones. We can go to crafts and hobbies, and just hit general. That'll do. I'm just throwing these in. My suggestion would be delve a lot more into this so you can have a better option as to the type of fonts, the type of ones you want to do. No, it does not contain adult. Does the book contain language? No, it doesn't. And we can hit save and continue. Now we're going to go over here, assign me one of these. That's good, and then we can just assign that. Now I'm going to obviously hide mine, and as you can see, it is now hidden. But I like to copy it and save it somewhere. So I'm just going to save this on a notepad somewhere. I'll move the notepad over here, shrink that down. Now this is an incredibly long video. I might even have to break this up over 2 parts. So we'll see how it goes. Now we're going to go down here. Alright, so we're going to be using paperback. So it'll be this one. Now we don't want it. We want bleed only PDF. So we want to have, of course, that's why we saved it as a PDF. So this is for your cover image. And it's going to be paperback, and why not make it glossy? Glossy's nice. Now let's upload the manuscript. We're going to go here. And we're going to go over here to where we had the, it. And we need to go over here to low content PLR. It was the, I believe I may have had it under this one here, 100 badminton 125. I will click on that. I do believe that might be it. I'll open it up just to be sure. I'm pretty certain it is. Yes, it is. Praise God. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. So that will be the actual manuscript. Now let's have a look at the book cover. We already have our own cover. So I'm going to upload my cover. So we're clicking on that. So we're going to upload your cover. And in this particular case, we are going to go to, what did we save that as? We exported that as, it should still be there, badminton 130 page. There we are. So where did we save that? It should be in the low content section, probably in this section here. Badminton 130 page, there it is. And click on that. Wait for this to wake up. Once it has finished uploading, this can take a little bit of time. So I'm just going to pause the video until it has finished. Okay, so as you can see, it says check this box if the cover you're uploading includes a barcode. Well, ours does not include a barcode, but they will include one for us. So I'm now going to hit launch preview. Now this one will take a while, and that's fine. It'll be okay. So I'm just going to pause the video until this is finished. Okay, so as you can see, I have made a mistake. I'm going to have to go back and exit print preview, because I just realized I did something wrong, and that was I did the wrong size. I didn't add my own size, which is 8.5 by 11. My bad. So it's this one right here, and that should be a good thing to go. Now we just have to go hit launch, we hit continue, and now I'm going to save this, pause this once more, and hopefully it won't take too long. Okay, as you can see, it fits in perfectly. Now we can have a look here. We can actually have a scroll through the book and have a look at it. And as you can see, the lines fit within the book very nicely. I don't know why it's doubling up there, but I'm okay with that. Not sure why that's happening. Shouldn't be happening like that, but it is. I'll have a look at my actual here and find out why that might be. Oh, hang on. This is doing it. Ah, I see. Alright, so let's undo what we just did. Alright, so let's undo a few pages. I think there's a few pages that will be no good. Others will be awesome. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to delete some of these pages and re-upload this. Okay, so I'm going to delete pretty much all of these pages and just keep one of these pages that are good and just duplicate that page. So keep that page and just delete the rest. this was a mistake, but that's okay. It's what this is for. You have you have to preview it so as to approve it. Now I'm not going to approve this because it's not up to scratch. So I'm just going to pause the video while I go do this. Well, to save myself a bit of time and effort, I'm just going to delete all of those ones that have the double lines and keep the rest. Okay, now that I've fixed that up, I can now export that again. Go here to Files, go down over here to Download, go download as PDF, and we're going to upload this as the same one we had before. So we click on that, and I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to go back here. Yeah, I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to go badminton, this one here. So it's badminton 130 pages. And we're going to hit save. Actually, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to say no. I'm going to call this one number 2. So there's less confusion. You hit save. Done. It's been saved as a PDF. Now let's go back over here. And I'm not happy with this, so I'm going to exit this. I'm going to now re-upload that file, the main file, making sure that it's 8.5 by 11. Now, upload the main manuscript. We're going to grab this one, and this time we're going to grab number 2, which is this one here. Wait for it to upload, and then that will essentially be it for this video. Once it has been approved, we can then go ahead and upload it. So let's have a look at the launch one more time, and I'll pause the video while this is happening, because it does take some time somewhat. Alright, now I'm going to have a look here. Looking good so far. Yep, I would say we can approve this. As long as every page is this way, I can approve this. Now I made sure it was, so I know 100% it is, because I double checked it probably 3 times to be sure. So I'm just going to hit approve, and once it has done its thing, it is now done. That's about all there is to this, really. And all we have to do is now set the pricing. Pricing is very important. You don't want to be going so small that you don't make any profit, but you also don't want to be going so large that you take yourself out of the market. So, as you can see, $2.36 US, and it has the various pricings. Now we go down here. Let's go save and continue. What's going to happen is it's going to now set up the pricing for us so as we can make pricing a priority. So let's go over here. We can have a look at individual territories as well. And we can go over here. We'll just do this one. And I'm going to now have a look at the price. Minimum $3.94. And I think in this particular case, we can have a look at, say, $5. And that will give us royalties of 64 cents. Printing costs is $2.36. Not a huge amount of profit on that. So let's make that about $7 and see what happens. Here we go, $1.87. Okay, we'll make that $9. I like to give it about 50-50, so we'll make that $9. Oops, daisy. $9, not 97. It's a bit too much. I hit enter. Yeah, it's a bit too much. Let's make that $8.50. And I think that'll be a nice halfway mark for us. Yep, that's about right. So I think I'll set it at that. We can have the expanded edition, and it will be fine. We can make it $9 if that's going to be the expanded edition, and we'll be fine. All done. Now, all we have to do is hit publish your paperback book. And before you know it, you'll have your first paperback ready to sell. done. Now it'll take about 3 days for this to be approved, but once it's been approved, and it will be approved because it fits within the category, and usually fitting within the category tends to be as long as it fits within the bleed. So I've done that, so it'll be fine. All done. Now let's go back over here to my bookshelf, and we'll see I've got 2 pending, 1 under draft. This one here, Target 2029, it's a monthly planner. This one here is under draft at the moment, so it's still in the process of getting approved. And this one here is in review, and these 3 are currently live. This one here is a Kindle. Doesn't really turn out quite as well on Kindle, so I don't recommend you do that. I was experimenting on this one because it was my first one to ever do, and I went with the name John Fleming. My name is actually Henry Webster, so I did the one for little boys, and my wife's one, my wife Mandy Webster, I put her name down for the little girl one, just to be a little bit less creepy, if you know what I mean. And yeah, this way it's all done. So yeah, these don't take that long to create, and you can probably pump out 2 or 3 a day, or maybe more. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this. This will probably be over 2 videos, so expect this over a 2 video series. Okay, so thanks for watching, and bye for now.